Take some video of a Lucid. So right here it's got this blue and black, they call it the Space Mugello space wrap. I'm told it's really premium wrap. From what I could gather, it comes from Germany, and that was about all I could gather. It was done I just found it on Turo. It's about $169 a day. I had to take a $30 protection plan. And that was about it.
Now let's show you inside.
So let's show you inside. As soon as you open the door, the lights come up, and I think this is like one of my favorite parts of this car is the lights. The lights are super bright. The lights go. I mean, it's crazy far. I wonder how many steps can I take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm kind of guessing, but it just shows how bright those lights go. You can, they go so far, and right here you can see the symbols of Lucid. The air conditioner's starting to go on. All right, we've got the middle display here. You can push it and it'll go in like that nicely. Everything in this car is super high quality. I mean, it has this floating display here that has the home button, navigation, music, phone. Currently my car is charging. This car is 450 miles. This is the Grand Touring of the Lucid. You can see, one thing that people don't show is this interior lighting. So you can change, you can bring this thing out again, you can change the themes. And right now we're on this theme, Inspire. If I change it to Wonder, I get different lights. So it's a really nice little thing. Just kind of the high quality. Here's the seats. The seats are extremely nice. I mean, like when you compare it to Tesla, it doesn't even compare. So it's like double stitched here. It's bolstered. It has all kinds of settings. So you can go into seats and you can do position, height, recline, cushion, lumbar, blah, blah, blah. We can do massages. Overall, I wasn't a huge fan of the massage. And you can do rolling, wave, all that. And the air conditioning, it has cooled and heated seats. So the cooled seats really help in Arizona because this is the Grand Touring. So the glass is going all the way up to the roof. And overall, I'm kind of on the fence about this because I think that the glass on the roof, it actually got a little bit hot. So you could feel the glass in during the daytime when it hit like right now my garage is like 97 degrees. So just imagine what it's like outside right now. And it's not even peak summer yet. It's just end of May here. We're going into June. Once we hit July, it's going to get even hotter. So that's going to feed into what I think is one of the reasons that I'm thinking I'm going to stick with my Pure after having this Grand Touring for a week. One thing, I have 3 kids, and this white interior was such a pain to maintain with 3 kids. So I can't imagine, you know, keeping that. I would have loved like a black interior and black interior, and then that would have been a little bit easier to maintain. You can see right there, there's my charger right there. It says Lucid. I'm just using the mobile adapter there. Let's see here. Right there, and it lights up really cool. It went into the same exact NEMA 1450 slot that came with the Touring. On the side here you have some quick buttons. They're touchscreen. You can lock, you can do this. Okay. So what else do we got here? Up here on the openings, you can come into openings, and right here you have a sunshade that opens the back sunshade right there. So that back sunshade opens, and I'm going to close it right now. Yep, so you can see that. The passenger seats, they have that same sunshade, so they come up. I can kind of show that. Let's see here. So this one has the sunshade. If you push down, the sunshade comes down first, and then if you keep pushing down, the window comes up. So pretty cool design there. And then keep pushing up, and then the sunshade comes back up. So very nice. In the rear, you've got anchor support for car seats, which we made use of. I got 3 kids, so we ended up using car seat right here and the anchor supports. In the back, you have some more of that high theme lighting right here. So, one thing I like is there are vents, which I found really nice for my kids. You have vents here and vents there, and you got 2 vents here. So you got 4 total vents for the rear. And the rear is super nice. Like, I've got plenty of room for my knees. The seat is really nice. It has this bear. Charger adapter goes in. It has this cool light that turns green. Really nice black wheels here. The doors themselves, they're soft touch. So you see, like, you just barely push it and they close themselves. Right here we've got the... Okay. So now I'm going to kind of go into some of the things that I think still need some work. So I couldn't, like, for the life of me, figure out this navigation. Like, I had it for 3 days, and I think it still needs a little work. So a lot of times I'd be on this screen, and I would think, okay, I need to use Alexa. So I'd say, Alexa, find Target. Yeah, so I couldn't figure out Alexa. So the other ways we can navigate is you've got here, I can just start searching for things. I can hit go. So it pulled up the directions here, and then this actual responsiveness is pretty good. So I can zoom out and I get pretty fast zoom. So So I think the touchscreen is actually pretty responsive. It moves. So I don't think it's a response thing. I just think there's some more software integration needed between how it's doing its navigation and down here. It's still, I think, a little finicky. I didn't get to play with the music much, but I do think the sound system was really good. It had at least 1, 2, 3, 4 speakers here, and then I think 3 in the back, so at least 7 speakers. I don't know if they had the upgraded speaker system. AGT, the Air Grand Touring, starts at $139,000, so this car is like at least $139,000 with options. It came out probably to $145,000, $150,000, I'm guessing. So I thought it was quite a deal to rent on Turo for $169 a month. I thought that was not a bad deal. You can push here. I'm gonna open the trunk. We can go see the trunk here. The trunk has a lot of space, so this is really deep. Here. Really pretty Lucid lights. There's a button here. You can push it. You kind of have to hold it. It comes down pretty fast. So the trunk comes out of here. I think overall, this trunk. Oh, so we got the Lucid lights here. That looks really nice. They've got like nice light bar that goes across. Looks really stylish. Oh, excuse me, I have a bunch of Lucid signs, but I don't think there's a whole ton of storage here. Like, it goes down a little bit, but it's deep, but it's not very, it doesn't go in that much into here. So overall, I think we'd have a hard time fitting a stroller in here. Overall, I think the Model S comes with more storage from a hatchback perspective. So you can push this button here, and that'll close the trunk. I did have one problem. This handle got stuck while we were trying to get the car washed, and they couldn't figure out how to open it. I kind of had to like reset the car. Like, I had to turn off the car, not turn off the car, but like lock it, and then kind of get it back to reset stance. So, I mean, that happens with Teslas too, but I think these door handles need a little bit more work. They don't seem quite as intuitive as how they should be. And a lot of times, I was like coming into here, into this thing, and I kind of have this habit of holding it. But sometimes, so that time it worked, but here, let's see if I can, like, I have a habit of doing this. Okay, it's working. I have no idea. But sometimes this thing was a little finicky, the way the hood came up. Because I don't think you see that kind of old look that everyone talks about. Everyone says this thing's a Buick and blah blah blah. I mean, honestly, does this look like a Buick? I don't think so. This looks like a Model S competitor. And straight up. Lots of cameras, side cameras were here. It has a self-park and all that. I didn't get to try the self-park too much. One thing on Turo was I didn't have access to like the Lucid account and that sort of thing, and that's fine. I didn't want to mix any of my personal data with the Turo rentals, so yeah. I had a really nice 3-4 days with this car. I'm gonna miss it a lot. It was kind of a dream come true. I got to be a Lucid owner for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow's gonna be Monday. It's gonna be our last day being a Lucid owner. We're gonna have to turn this car back to Turo. Someone else is gonna post the nice adventures, and really, I really hope I did justice this week for Lucid to post the first-hand feelings of this car. I really wanted to show firsthand what this car is capable of. Sprint mode. I think the actual driving of this car was absolutely amazing. It felt like glass. It felt smooth, which is what the mode is called, smooth. Just driving it around Payson, up in canyons and hills, had no friction. It was an absolute driving experience. I mean, people call it like BMW the ultimate driving experience. I think Lucid's gonna give everyone a run for the money in terms of driving experience, because this thing, I mean, it's solid. It's everything about this. There's no creaks. It's really quiet. There's a little bit of engine whine, but I mean, if you're listening to music and stuff, you really only hear it if you have like no road noise, which is like you're not in a freeway or anything, and then you have no music. So it didn't really bother us too much. These are the door handles. They have a nice little thing here. Oh, I wanted to show the car key. This is the Lucid car key. Looks really cool. And you've got some more seat positions here. So, and then here it says, this is the Santa Cruz, California. Has a nice Lucid faceplate logo there. And I just think like it's a quality car. Like there's a lot of thought put into the materials, the design, everything is solid. Like, it's built very ruggedly, sturdy, and there's a few like different materials here. There's like a little bit of wood, and then there's this nice fabric here, and then this nice stitching. Oh, so the other thing I don't really like about this glass window is Arizona is prone to rock chips, and overall we didn't get any rock chips, knock on wood, thank goodness, but I think eventually we'll get a rock chip. I've got at least 2 rock chips on my Tesla. Coming from the Model S, I think this blew my Model S out of the water. I don't think it's a fair comparison. It's a $150,000 car. My Model S is like a $50,000 car, 2016 85D. This is the Lucid Grand Touring. So gonna miss this car. It was an absolute dream. Lucid dream, I guess. But it's a Grand Touring, so it's gonna be fun to see what people post on this again. I hope more people post if they rent it on Turo. I don't think the price has gone up yet, but I'm sure it's going to. I just can't imagine they keep it at $179, $169 plus a $30 protection plan. It just doesn't seem like it would last very long. So a couple takeaways I noticed was this car has 450 mile range, and I only have 50 amp breakers, so it takes 9 kilowatts. It's doing about 25 miles per hour in terms of charge, and so you could do the math. It's at least 12 hours up to like 17 hours to charge it from 0 to full. So that was a good kind of learning. I know in my Tesla, I have 250 mile range, easily doing like 8 hours overnight charging to get that back to full. So I was really happy to rent this car. I think it was an absolute opportunity. I'm glad I got to post as much footage as I did. I wanted to give people the first-hand experience of what it was like driving a Lucid, because there's not many of these on the road. There's only like 1,000 plus vehicles delivered. I think they recalled about 1,100. So this is 1 in 1,000. So that tells you how rare it is. Never really seen one in Arizona, at least not near Gilbert, Chandler, around the areas I live. I've seen them in Scottsdale, closer to where the Lucid studio is. So I think we're gonna see more of them. We'll see more of the AGT, the Grand Tourings. I think if you get the Grand Touring, a wrap is a good way to go because it hides that kind of silver tone. It's kind of giving it that pure look, like just the same color, which I think overall looks good. They did like a chrome delete here with the black, and overall that looks pretty good. So it gives it, I mean, I put up on Twitter, like everyone thought this car looked absolutely amazing. Tesla people, Lucid people. So I'm really lucky to be able to, get to see this car, see what it was capable of, see the lights, and I'll try to post all the little videos I have of it. So thanks everyone. Also, I have about 3 days of experience of driving this car. We put about 1,000 miles on this car. So if there's certain things you wanted to know about the car, put questions in the description and I'll try to get back to you guys. I can make follow-up videos to try to follow up on what people wanted to know from my experience, if that's helpful. Right, so I'll see you on the next one.